Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Go, 180! 50! Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Switch! 18, 18.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, ball. Check Bridgestone, travel. Alert.
On second down, it's Cohen. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ran, go. 50. Touchdown,
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert. 50. Watch QB's up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, ball. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And And this one is right down Broadway. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down. Ready. Like 25. 53 is mine. Hey, let's get that ball.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, Rick Lance. Hey, exit. 58 to Mike. Let's go. 58, boys, 58.
Now Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
We own this. Wait. We own this. 36. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, South. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Get ready. Hey, Foxtrot. 58 is the mic. All right, 25.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Let's go.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
51.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let's go.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready. Blue 80. 58's Mike. He's tired. Got it. He's tired of us. 58, right? Hey, 59, ready. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ryan going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. It's caught by Bryant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
25, check 25, check 25.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
58 to Mike. Hey, Zoo. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Let him go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he finds Beasley, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got you. I got you.
Here's Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 21. Mike, 50. Smooth. 53. Mike. Who that?
On third down, Ryan. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Balaj, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, alert. Check it out.
On second down, Love. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, check 24. Check.
Ryan. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here's Ryan to throw. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
31's the mic. You. Hey, Alpha. 31's the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for the ends. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tighten up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he completes it to Westbrook. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down.
Ready, blue lady.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, want it.
A first down carry now for Miller. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, wahoo! 53, Mike. Hey, get in the way.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Pick it up. Hey, express. 39.
fourth down with Ryan. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Lock in, lock in.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On second down now, it's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Hey, South. Watch the screen. Watch the check. Hey, Haywood.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Ready. You ready? 53. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Got. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Got. 53's Mike. Good job. Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Check.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number one. Could be first touchdown wins. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check. Hey, South. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Tuesday. Switch it, come on, switch it. Showing it. Got it. Get him.
They'll run with Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run here with Vereen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Let's get this ball back.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that will be incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready, blue 80. White 25. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Ryan got his man there, complete to Gallup. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Black 25. 58, right there. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And a little floater there is incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Space. Switch. 58.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Burton here. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
58, right over there, right over there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Ryan. And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Mike 50. Let's go one more. Hey, echo. Check. Mike
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. D.D. Westbrook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 53. 58. Watch the eye. Hey, express. Hey, South. 53 is the Mike. You rush. Hey, Charlie. 53 is the Mike. 53, check 53. Watch. 20. Watch the slant.
Now Ryan. Steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Got it. 53's Mike. Hey, orbit. Rip left. Got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Let's go.
Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. I don't even know why his team showed up. Mike, 50.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
6-6, pull it high. Check 15, check 15. Big Ed.
They run it with Balaj. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cohen. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
18.
They'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Flush, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Get in the weight room. March 50. Ran.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 53. Big stop. D. Big stop. Let's go.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bears, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.